Yeah, check it. This ain't gonna be a rap. This ain't gonna rhyme, but I got something to say. Freedom. That's right, the freedom. This song's called Freedom because it's about all the free dumb people out there. So the freedoms people think they have become a set standard, and everything else anyone can think of doing isn't then normal, seems weird and radical or rebellious and wrong. The freedoms people have are ridiculous and shameful. They are being taken advantage of while we lose so much more rights and freedoms because too much time is being spent on their norm, which is taking freedoms for granted and wasting them on cheap thrills and moments of pleasure, the quick, the fast, the bigger, the better, the easy. In our Constitution, our God-given unalienable rights are as follows. Put simply, that life is about life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. In this pursuit of happiness in today's society, what makes one happy is okay, but not if it infringes upon another's happiness or pursuit. If all men are truly free and equal, then in the event of disturbance, one has every right and capability to leave in pursuit of newfound peace and happiness, or confront them. In our world, that's not always the case, so things go unnoticed and unquestioned, unanswered, and more people get away with things without logic, care, or consideration for others' peace, and thus the issues perpetuate. Why can't a human wear a costume and don a cape, or do parkour or stay up late, stay clean from drugs and enjoy the world? Instead, they must subject themselves to all the walls being torn down, and their life being written and then torn up in front of them. When there's so many more freedoms we could enjoy, what's to become of all the innocent girls and boys? No, not consumerism, no more toys, no more disobedience, no more noise, no more media, no more publicity. Leave the city and just be free. Parents, you've made your choices, now just back off. Don't bring them into your home unless you dust your generational mistakes off. No TV, no technology, no publicity, no subjection to the free, dumbed down society. It's time to let your minds be free and re-achieve what it means to be. Because I'm tired of people spitting in my face in blatant contradiction when I'm trying to incite change. Freedom in the pursuit of happiness should be logical and peaceful in consideration of others, so long as no other living being is harmed mentally, physically, or spiritually, or their happiness or peace is infringed upon either, then you have the right to do whatever you want to do. If we truly understood our freedoms and rights, as in the Constitution, we would realize our full potential and ability to be truly free, and millions of freedoms would open up to us. We would also be without crime and in direct obligation to point an educated finger of blame on the wrongdoers. We'd be consistently observant and helpful and wanting to speak out and educate and change others who are infringing. Our society has changed from helpful, courteous, kind people of individuality to cluttered, self-social, scared, cowardless people who'd rather film a rape than stop one, film a fight than resolve one, who'd observe an accident instead of clamor to prevent it. We have lost touch with our innermost feelings and the will or want to speak our minds that we lose out on our freedoms. Thus, blame gets pointed on each other in contradiction and problems perpetuate. Gotta start taking charge, people. Part of the solution must be learning who is in control and who has always been in control of the general population, and who has caused the change in sexual preferences and styles and thoughts, ideologies. Is the media, the entertainers, the entertainment industry. It came too soon and has taken advantage of their freedoms by bombarding others with fictitious things, exaggerations of reality, and criminal actions and intentions, all of which have led to the destruction and the changing of humanity mentally, physically, and spiritually. The free dumb idle on by observe but not report. They die with no correction of past mistakes and leave thousands in their wake. To follow through, they take advantage of freedom and limit themselves till their individuality is stricken. And it ruins as their understanding of self and their pursuit of self-intentions have become the pursuit of selfish intentions, which leads to the inconsideration of others. In other words, self-importance and will and well-being and health and wisdom has become selfish importance, pleasure and charm, power and wealth, satisfaction over man, and accumulation of possessions. Ladies and gentlemen, this world is not about taking everything at face value. You have a life. You have a life to live, and when you die, your gravestone is going to say blank dash blank. What are you going to make of that dash? You want to have lived your whole life and that legacy that you led was just a dash on your tombstone? People need to realize that there's so much more to this reality, this physical world that we can't even begin to understand. Everything is not just physical. There is so much more metaphysicality to our world, to our lives. There are principalities. There's the principles, situations and understandings that we need to accomplish and achieve. There's so much mentality that is involved with doing anything. Physicality always requires some form of metaphysical interpretation. It always needs the intervention of a spiritual, divine conscience influence. always you don't just pick something up and do something with it. You have to have the knowledge and the education to know how certain things are used, how certain things are done. Why stop with all the basic limiting things when there's so much more you could put into consideration and question and think about? What does our government really do? Who do these people really serve? What is money? What value does it really have? Separate your mentality from the physical world you live in and start to understand that there's so much more that can be achieved and can be understood. So many things you can let go that actually have no meaning and no value, no control over you, but yet you let it control you. You let it control you, you let it twist your mind, you let it twist the lives of your friends, your family, and you continue to perpetuate the same goddamn issues and problems. And people out there will continue to step on your back. People out there will continue to call you names and just continue to mess with you, and there'll still be so much negativity. We can get rid of all of that if people simply understood true freedom and peace and equality in that freedom. What freedom means is anything. Freedom is freedom, okay? Freedom is the ability to do whatever it is you want to do. And so long as you're not harming another human being mentally, physically, or spiritually, and then you have the right. You have the God-given right. Whatever God you believe in, it doesn't matter. You're a human being. You're precious. You were born here on earth, which means this is your life. This is your world. Not to take advantage and lose your mind because of what you're born into and what other people have already said and done. No, but to make change, to say something new, to stand up for something different. This is what our world is about. This is what life is about. To be unhinged, okay, to be unchained, and to be free. So that there's no schedule, there's no such thing as time, there's nothing controlling you but you. The only person who's ever going to do anything wrong to you, no matter how much time you want to point the finger to blame everybody else, is going to be you. Your decisions make your life. Start making the right choice. Stop being free dumb and enjoy your freedom. God bless. Let it be known.